In this video, we will be showing you guys moves that we deem to be modern classics. The purpose of this video is not only to help you more easily communicate with other cardists and appreciate cardistry videos, but also to help you develop an eye for recognizing what kind of ideas, concepts, or movements make up a good move. Most of these moves have stood the test of time. While there are a few moves that are relatively new, we believe these are moves that will still be popular in the years to come. So before we begin, we would like to note that this list is not comprehensive, nor is it definitive. It's just these are the moves that will immediately pop into our heads when people ask us which moves can be considered modern classics. Also, we will be excluding moves that are already considered part of the basics of cardistry, like the Charlier cut. Of course, those are indeed classics, but we are focusing more on modern classics. Also, for all the moves that we are about to show you, if a tutorial is currently available, we will link it in the description. We tried our best to organize this list in chronological order, but it is pretty hard to track down when these moves were first shown. So with that said, let's take a look at the moves that we consider to be modern classics as of 2018. First is the 360 fan by Naoki Ogi. This move is an extension of the smear fan that reaches 360 degrees. Though this move was created before cardistry was even established as an art form, it still remains as one of the most challenging and impressive moves that is frequently done in the cardistry community today. Next is Padiddle by Jerry Siskowski. This is a move where a card can theoretically permanently spin on the tip of a finger. Though the move is pretty old, it only became popular relatively recently at around 2013. Its popularity led to the tradition of competing in live events to see who can perform the move for the longest. Then is the L-cut, which is also created by Jerry Siskowski. The L-cut is one of the first one-hand cuts to be done continuously on both hands. It also has a lot of variations and was one of the signature moves from the XCM community. Next is the Worm by Dan and Dave Buck. This move is a 5-packet display with an interesting setup that was released in the system in 2003. It is often recommended as the first move to learn after the basics. Next is Mary Jane by Dan and Dave Buck. This is the move that popularized the common technique of using a smear fan to flip a packet into the air. Next would be the Anaconda. This move was created by Bone Ho and is currently the largest card drop to exist. Then there's Flicker and Flicker Shot by Huron Low. Flicker, while not the first, is certainly the most commonly used one-card twirl that is done with the dominant hand. We included Flicker Shot together with Flicker because the shot is often done right after the twirl. Next is Squeeze by Darren Yao. Squeeze is a 2-hand packet cut with a unique flow that, as you can see, just can't be described with words. Next is Pandora by Dan and Dave Buck. Pandora is one of the most recognized and commonly performed cuts in the community. Ever since its release in 2007, people have used the move as a way to demonstrate their skill, and even have Pandora battles where people compete to see who can do the move faster. Next is Bullet by Andrzej Zik. Bullet is one of the first one-card twirls to be done on the left hand, and is now used practically in every card twirl combo together with Flicker. Next up is Backdrop. Backdrop is a one-card move created by Kevin Ho where a single card is flipped from the back of your hand. Next is the Palm Shift Isolation by Jaspis. This is a move where your hand moves while a single card seems to be isolated in mid-air. This move is the beginning of isolations as a genre in cardistry and was later used as the basis of many isolation routines. Next is my favorite move of all time, the Riffle Fan by Dimitri Arleri. The Riffle Fan is a move where the cards seem to automatically spread themselves to form a fan. It isn't too hard to do and gets great responses from laymen. Next is Bolus by R.A. Mendoza. This move is now more commonly known as Trigger and is very frequently used in combos and also has a ton of variations such as Retrigger. Next up is Spin Doctor by Nikolai Peterson. This is a move that smoothly sets up a 5-packet display. Out of all the moves on this list, we personally get asked about this move the most. Next up is Friffle by Oliver, which is probably the easiest and one of the most commonly done Pharaoh move right after the classics like the Cascade. Next, there's Water Wheel by Darren Yao. Water Wheel is a move that started a trend of creating various kinds of Pharaoh moves, including Ripple, Aura, and Double Dribble, among others. Next is 5-Fan by Burrier Carlson. 5-Fan is a move that utilizes the mechanics of a pressure fan to make it look like the fan occurs automatically. Next up is Bloom. Bloom is a Pharaoh move created by Zach Mueller that opens up to form a display with 2 flower fans. Next up is Pincho, which was also created by Oliver. Pincho is a move where a single packet seems to roll around effortlessly in your dominant hand. It is easy to do and can be done from multiple grips, making it the ultimate combo move. Finally, there's Dump by Frank Sung. Dump is a move where two packets are thrown and land cleanly on two other packets. This move is not on this list because of how technically impressive the move is, but rather because of the amount of variations it spawned and due to how simple and effective the move is. So with this video, we hope that you have gained an understanding of moves deemed to be modern classics by our community. If you think we missed anything, let us know in the comments. We will include the links to all the videos we showed in the description below, and we hope one day you will be able to create a modern classic of your own as well.